Disc jockey, drop the bass. Now the heads.
It's just a quickish devil's advocate-y type thing this morning. This Burkini fiasco. Why would they ban such a thing? It's overtly religious, the French don't like that, but they haven't banned nuns from wearing their habits or people from dressing modestly at the beach. It's specifically Islamic garb. So why? Well, it's the obvious immediate issue that France has been coming under attack recently, and so certain parts of the French public demand that something must be done, and this is always a dangerous phrase, a dangerous idea that something must be done. Because people tend to do something that's bad and ill thought out and rushed. So that's part of it. But another reason is that the burqa, the hijab, the burkini are all oppressive, genuinely oppressive to women. Some might say it's a choice, but for a lot of people, it simply isn't. I'd say ask Axa Pervez, but you can't. She was strangled to death with her own headscarf for not wearing it. So, it's not mythical that women are being forced to cover up like this. It's not mythical at all. It happens. So, well, what can you do? I mean, forcing women to wear the burqa or hijab is wrong. Forcing them not to is wrong. Is it someone's choice? How can you tell? If they're being threatened, are they going to tell you? If it's being enforced in that way? And if they've been raised entirely within a rather cultish and high-pressure religion, how can they be said to be making a choice anyway? There's a concept in Marxism, which is usually invalid, called false consciousness. Now, in our liberal multi-stream democracy where there's relative freedom of ideas, at least for the moment, it can't really be said that false consciousness can arise because everyone has access to information about every political viewpoint, every religious viewpoint, everything. But this doesn't happen within cults. And it doesn't happen within highly enforced religions. There, even if you're part of a broader society, you're very much in the middle of a monoculture. And if you never really experience or are allowed to entertain these alternative ideas, how can you be said to be choosing freely? I don't think you can. I don't know what the solution is, but of these two options, I think it's obvious logically that there is a lesser evil here. If you don't ban the burqa, then a lot of Islamic women are going to be oppressed and forced into it. And their clothing options are going to be reduced to just the burqa, one thing. If you ban the burqa, you are liberating a number of women who are currently being forced to wear it. You are oppressing a number of women who aren't being forced to wear it and who do it out of choice. But both these women, these hypothetical women, retain a choice of everything other than a burqa. So on a purely sort of logical stance, one of these options is much less oppressive than the other. Both are wrong, one's less wrong than the other. So I don't know what the solution is. There needs to be a liberalisation and reform of Islam, at least to the point where we can say, oh, this is entirely someone's choice. People making comparison with nuns choose to take this on. Not every Western woman is expected or forced to be a nun, so these kind of comparisons are invalid. When I say I don't have a solution, I don't think that's entirely right. I think I found something that can please everybody. If you like what I do here, please like, subscribe. You can find me on social media on Twitter at Grimachu, James Desborough on Facebook, James Grim Desborough on G+. My main website is postmortemstudios.wordpress.com. If you want to help me out with a little money, which will go to support my games, writing and other projects, you can do so at Patreon, which is also Grimature.